Rachel's Road. From Lagos to Libya, Rachel Adeyemi was the kind of beauty that made people pause. Her skin glowed like polished mahogany, smooth and radiant under the Lagos sun. Her almond-shaped eyes, deep brown and expressive, held a quiet sadness. Her full lips rarely smiled, and her high cheekbones framed a face that looked sculpted by emotion itself. At just 20, Rachel had the kind of presence that made strangers curious and friends protective. But she was lonely, achingly so. Her parents had died in a fire when she was 14, and since then, she'd lived with an aunt who treated her more like a burden than family. Rachel's only escape was her sketchbook, where she drew faces she imagined meeting in a better life. One day, while working at a roadside boutique in Sorulur, she met a man named Malik. He was charming, well-dressed, and spoke with the smooth confidence of someone who'd seen the world. He told her stories of Libya, of golden opportunities, modeling contracts, and a life far from the chaos of Lagos. Rachel, desperate for change, believed him. Within weeks, she was on a bus heading north, her heart pounding with hope and fear. Journey was brutal. Through Kano, across the desert, and into the shadows of smugglers and traffickers. Malik had vanished after collecting her passport and money. Rachel found herself in Sabah, Libya, not in a modeling agency, but in a compound surrounded by other girls, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Sudanese, all promised dreams that turned into nightmares. Here's the twist. Rachel wasn't just another victim. Unbeknownst to her captors, she had a secret. Her sketches, those quiet drawings she made in Lagos, had caught the attention of a European journalist who had visited the boutique months earlier. He'd taken photos of her work and posted them online, calling her Africa's hidden Picasso. The post went viral. NGOs began searching for her. But in Libya, Rachel was trapped in a trafficking ring run by a woman named Zainab, a former beauty queen turned madam, whose empire was built on broken promises and stolen girls. Zainab saw Rachel's beauty and decided to sell her to a high-ranking official in Tripoli. But Rachel, ever observant, had been sketching the compound, memorizing faces, routines, and escape routes. One night, during a sandstorm, she made her move. She drugged the guard with sleeping pills she'd hidden in her bra, stole a phone, and called the journalist whose post had made her famous. The rescue was dramatic. Libyan police raided the compound with help from international forces. Zainab was arrested, and Rachel was flown to Italy, where she was interviewed on national television. But the scandal didn't end there. It turned out Zainab had ties to politicians in Nigeria, men who had funded her operations and used her services. Rachel's testimony led to arrests back home. Shaking the elite circles of Lagos. Now, Rachel lives in Florence, studying art and rebuilding her life. Her sketches are displayed in galleries, and her story is told as a symbol of resilience. But she never forgets the desert, the compound, or the girls who didn't make it out. She draws them faces of fear, hope, and strength, so the world never forgets.